Welcome back to Excel Spark Shots from Myself Academy and Excel Snippet YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to just create a base for our workout. So I'm going to release another video a little sooner or later. We call this video as dsum. I'm going to use a database sum function in Excel, but to do that, I built few videos earlier, a short videos a little while earlier. So I've converted one table function here, and then I converted a data into a name range or a name manager. Now I want to make sure that I'm doing all of them in one single shot. So how do I do that? And I'm gonna give this as an elaborate or a detailed one. Probably this may be going beyond a Spark Shots timeline. The Spark Shot timeline normally goes for 7 minutes. If it goes beyond, please be patient and learn everything. If you already know something here, I'll try to create a timestamp here so that you can jump to the respective place what you want to learn in here. I'm about to convert this particular data into two different dimensions. I'm going to create a table first, or I'm going to convert this data into a table first, and then I will convert that into a name range, and then I'll add a slicer to the table, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it with these, and what is the advantage of doing something like that when we are working with a table and name manager together. Without further ado, let's see how we're going to do that. So I've taken this data to a brand new sheet, and then let me just take this all the keyboard shortcuts and other dimensions and then copy paste it to the new sheet. Sorry, I should have done that a little while ago, but I did it in a wrong sheet. I did that earlier. To convert this into a table, so I'm going to select the table first. I'll give a Control A, which allows me to select the whole table. I'm going to give a Control T first to convert this into a table. If I'm selecting the table for the very first time, then it won't really give any issue for me. Again, I have some data issues here, so my coloring of the data sets are not coming completely, so it's coming in a little weird way. You can see my coloring is happening only in the two columns here. Okay, I can clear that. Just go back to the Home tab and then just make this as no fill option. Immediately my no fill option will allow me to take the coloring part to work better for me. And one more dimension that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the table design and then convert this table into a data table. So this is what I would have done in my previous two video. When I come to the name manager, probably I would have shown you this in a short video. So now my table is ready. So why I need a name manager inside a table? So when I go for a table, the advantage of table will be selecting a column will become more easier for me. Again, the data might not give you a dynamicness for me. It gives you a static data in place for me very clearly. So that is the advantage that I have in a table feature. But when I have the table and name manager, that will make my life a little more easier, because writing a formula using a table will be a little harder. So let me just show you what I'm trying to do. I want to create a table total for the sum here. I'm going to just say sum, and when I try to do the table here, so I need to know the name of the table here. So I give the name and name of the table as data table. So this will take the whole table for me, but I'm going to pick up only one column here, so that I have to give a box bracket to pick up the respective data that I want here. This is going to be a little longer than normal when I choose a data set. If I have this in a name manager, this will make my life a little more easier. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a column based name manager right now. So to do that, I'm going to just come back and select the whole data again, Control A, and then I'll just use the keyboard shortcut called Control Shift and F3, and I'm going to name each and every column right now. So I'm going to just say the first column as invoice number and the last column as sales. So when I do that, whenever I create a column based name manager, I should remember one thing, that my name manager selection, when I do it, it should only check the top row alone. When I give an OK, that's gonna make my life a little more easier. I already have a name manager here, so let me just replace few of this content which is already inbuilt here. Now I want to do the same logic again. This time I don't want to use the table name here. Instead, I'm going to use the name manager here. So the name manager will be, for this column, it should be sales for me. So let me just show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to just say equal sum, and then I'll give a sales and then give an enter. It's going to give you same answer whatever I got for the table range here. Again, here I took a lot of time to do it because I need to give the table name and the column. Here I'll directly go to the column. That is the advantage that I have here. The table feature will allow you to make your data work beautifully. So I'm going to just add one more dimension here. I'm going to just say 1/9/2024, and then let me just take the data same again. The moment I do it, on top the data are automatically adding or changing it automatically here for me, but the changes are not seen quite dramatically. So let me just try to add this data. Let me put them in a split window, which allows us to understand this data set better. I'll go back to the view and then I'll break this window into two windows here. So now I got this window into two. So let me just make this split window work in this way. So let me just select one of the row here and then split the window here. So now when I go down to the last line, now whatever changes that I do to this data, so let me just remove this. You can see that the values are changing here. Let me make a value which is changing the data a little better. So I want to add another 64,000 or 63,525. Let's see what happens. 63,525. So I'm going to just copy and paste the same value here. The moment I do it, it's not just changing the data in my first name ranged data, but are also changing the data in the table. So I'm doing both of these dimensions effectively. If I only have a name range, the data addition might not work for me. If I only have a table, selection of table will become harder for me. To combine them up, so that way I can use the table feature to prolongate my data as the data dynamically increases, or if I had a new data coming up, my formula will still update automatically, but I'm going to select the name range to do it easily. That is the agenda of building these two dimensions together. Hope you learned something new. This is Vinod signing out from Excel and ISL Academy YouTube channel. Thank you so much.